From outbursts to insults, the most disrespectful defendants, and their impact on justice. From inappropriate attire to blatant disrespect, the behaviors that judges find most aggravating are not just minor infractions, they are disruptions that compromise the integrity of the judicial process. This exploration highlights the critical behaviors that can draw the ire of a judge, serving as a stark reminder that the courtroom is a place where respect and seriousness must prevail. Judges are the arbiters of justice, and courtrooms are solemn spaces where the rule of law is upheld. The decorum and respect that are expected in these sacred chambers are of the utmost importance, and any violation of these standards can result in severe repercussions. Judicial penalties may extend beyond the confines of the courtroom when judges are particularly offended by specific behaviors, whether they are deliberate or the result of ignorance. These actions have the potential to disrupt proceedings, demonstrate contempt for the judicial system, and ultimately impede the success of one's case. Judges, who are frequently perceived as the embodiment of law and order, exhibit a high level of intolerance toward behaviors that compromise the court's integrity. This list will explore specific behaviors that judges find to be extremely aggravating. These examples serve as a cautionary tale for all individuals who may find themselves in the presence of a judge, reminding us that the courtroom is not a place for foolishness or contempt. Number 6. Dressing inappropriately. Courtrooms are formal environments that necessitate a high degree of decorum, which includes personal grooming. Judges anticipate that individuals will attire appropriately to convey the gravity of the legal proceedings. The perception of a person's attitude toward the court can be adversely affected by the wearing of casual or revealing apparel, which can be perceived as disrespectful by a judge. Immediate repercussions, such as denial of entry or reprimands, may result from inappropriate attire. This emphasizes the significance of preserving the dignity of the judicial process. Defendants and witnesses who dress inappropriately are at risk of being judged more harshly, as their attire can be perceived as a lack of seriousness or reverence for the proceedings. Lawyers are also expected to maintain a high standard of professional attire, as their appearance is a reflection of the legal profession and their clients. In the final analysis, it is a straightforward yet essential component of courtroom etiquette to dress appropriately for court. It contributes to the prevention of unwarranted negative judgments from the tribunal by demonstrating respect for the legal process and the individuals involved. Number 5. Disrespecting court officials. Disrespecting court officials, such as bailiffs, aides, and attorneys, is an effective method of attracting the ire of a judge. Maintaining the order and functionality of the courtroom is a critical responsibility of court officials. Any display of disrespect or dismissiveness toward them is perceived as a direct challenge to the court's authority. Judges are acutely aware of the dynamics in their courtroom and will not hesitate to promptly and decisively address contemptuous behavior. Contempt can manifest in a variety of ways, such as overtly mocking a court official or refusing to adhere to their directives. These actions demonstrate a flagrant disregard for the rule of law and disrupt the judicial process. Individuals who exhibit contemptuous behavior may be subject to immediate apologies, penalties, or incarceration at the discretion of judges. This guarantees the preservation of the judicial system's dignity and order by fostering respect for all court personnel. The judicial system is not only undermined, but also one's case is jeopardized by disrespecting court officials. The courtroom is a location where the rule of law is upheld, and any attempt to subvert this order is met with severe repercussions. It is imperative to demonstrate respect for court officials to guarantee a legal process that is both fair and orderly. Number 4. Disruption of proceedings. Interrupting court proceedings is one of the most expedient methods of gaining a judge's disapproval. The trial's rhythm can be disrupted by any disruption, as courtrooms are governed by precise order and decorum. Interrupting the judge, attorneys, or witnesses is considered highly disrespectful and detrimental to the judicial process. Judges are recognized for their ability to respond promptly to such interruptions, frequently issuing warnings or administering penalties to preserve order. This was exemplified during the sentencing of Darrell Brooks, the individual accountable for the Waukesha Christmas parade tragedy. Brooks caused substantial disruptions by repeatedly interrupting the judge, attorneys, and even victims. His conduct not only impeded the proceedings, but also demonstrated a flagrant disregard for the court's authority. To ensure that justice was served without further obstruction, the judge was compelled to implement stringent measures in the courtroom. Disrupting proceedings can result in severe repercussions, such as contempt of court penalties, fines, or even removal from the courtroom. The legal process is undermined by such actions, which can have a detrimental effect on the offending party's case outcome. Judges anticipate that all participants will wait their turn to speak and demonstrate respect for the legal process and the individuals involved. The equitable and efficient administration of justice is contingent upon the preservation of decorum in the courtroom. Number 3. Lawyers exiting the courtroom in a huff. In the courtroom, lawyers are expected to maintain the utmost standards of professionalism and decorum. In addition to disrupting the proceedings, the judicial process is also undermined when a lawyer storms out in a fit of fury. A prosecutor abruptly exited the courtroom during a heated exchange with a judge, declaring the proceedings a farce. This served as a striking example. Judges are not amenable to such outbursts, as they are perceived as direct challenges to the integrity of the court and their authority. The consequences of such actions can be severe. Judges may report the incident to the Bar Association for disciplinary action, impose fines, or hold the offending counsel in contempt of court. This can have a detrimental effect on the lawyer's reputation and profession, as well as their client's case. The act of storming out of the courtroom is a clear violation of courtroom etiquette and a blatant demonstration of disregard. To guarantee the efficient administration of justice, lawyers must maintain their composure and respect for the court, even in the presence of challenging or exasperating circumstances. Number 2. Being physically attacked in their courtroom. A physical assault on the judge is one of the most alarming and disrespectful actions that can occur in a courtroom. Not only do such incidents jeopardize the safety of the judge, but they also undermine the very foundation of the judicial system. Judges are the embodiment of the rule of law, and any physical assault on them is a direct attack on the integrity and authority of the law court. A recent instance of this was when a man, who was already under arrest, launched a violent assault on a judge during a hearing. The man's leap toward the judge was captured on video and soon went viral, causing chaos in the courtroom. This shocking act resulted in the immediate intervention of court officers and the filing of additional charges against the assailant. The individual was subsequently indicted by the grand jury, which underscored the gravity of his actions. In addition to disrupting the judicial process, these attacks also instill dread and insecurity in the public and court staff. The personal safety of judges, who are responsible for rendering impartial decisions, should never be a concern while they are fulfilling their responsibilities. The assailant is frequently subjected to severe consequences, including extended prison sentences and supplementary charges. The necessity of rigorous security protocols in courtrooms and the significance of upholding respect for the judicial process is underscored by physical assaults on judges. These incidents serve as stark reminders of the critical necessity for order and decorum in legal proceedings and the potential perils encountered by those who uphold the law. Number 1. Disregarding court orders. In the minds of a judge, disregarding court orders is one of the most severe offenses. Court orders are legal directives that must be adhered to, and any deliberate disregard for them is perceived as a direct challenge to the judicial system's authority. This conduct not only undermines the rule of law, but also disrupts the administration of justice, resulting in substantial legal repercussions for the perpetrator. An individual who disregards a court order may be subject to contempt of court accusations, which are accompanied by severe penalties. These may encompass imprisonment, fines, or other penalties that are intended to enforce compliance. Disregarding court mandates can result in a loss of credibility, affect future legal proceedings, and damage an individual's reputation. It is indicative of a complete lack of reverence for the legal process and a flagrant disregard for the judicial system. To preserve their authority and ensure that justice is upheld, judges are vigilant in the enforcement of their directives. The legal system's operation is contingent upon the adherence to court mandates. Disregarding these orders can result in severe repercussions and disrupt the equilibrium, underscoring the critical significance of adhering to the court's directives and authority. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching.